Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today we're doing another craft.
Howdy everybody. Today we're going to be doing a short craft, one of our quicker ones for a very short month. We're taking this Dollar Tree 99-cent plastic tank.
Which, by the way, we're having trouble finding other ones, so I'm not sure if that might be an issue for you as well.
We initially thought we purchased two of these, but if we did, we misplaced it. So
Yes.
we don't have the sort of halfway step that we usually take.
The only thing we've done with it, we'll explain later.
Yeah.
Other than the hatch that we cut off for the
Yeah,
for some reason.
I cut off one of these hatches that had two, and we're going to cover this one and replace this with some cladding to disguise the fact that we butchered the hole.
Yes.
He's going to be putting gribblies on the bottom or the top, and I'll
Yeah.
be putting a bunch of details on the bottom. When we're done, we will spray this off camera and hopefully give it a nice paint job and bring it back.
And we'll probably spray these two separately so I can filter them.
Yes, and we'll bring it back to show off during the Sunday show-off show at the end of the month.
Another thing that's obvious now, we did remove it. The way you do that.
Yeah, go ahead and show, because it's pretty easy.
I've noticed this. I think this is how we first wanted to do the craft. I mean, we were thinking of doing it anyways, but I saw these holes.
You can fill those with billet putt.
Yeah, it opens.
And there was
I think it's harder the first time than it is the later times. But
there was a screw that holds the turret in, but we've got another solution.
I'm not sure if it's probably difficult to see. There are screw lines or whatever they're called.
Right, but we won't be needing that when we reassemble it.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and pop that back together. I've taken a for sale sign from also the 99-cent store.
Well, actually, don't we get it at a...
You're right, we got it at a completely different sort of a generic shop. And I just gridded out some 1-inch, actually I think they're 3-centimeter squares. This plastic is really useful. We've used it before. We used it in the giant skeleton video.
Yes, for the shields.
Right. And we're going to be using it to, basically our idea is to make this look as different from the original tank. I'm not sure what, nationality or what, army this tank was from, but we want to change it up.
If it even is a real tank.
Yeah, it could be completely fake. We're going to try and hide some of the defects in it and make it...
not that noticeable, but once you notice it, it's impossible to...
We'll see if you guys notice it and throw us a comment. But we want to try and make this look as different from the original as possible. That being its profile and the, additional gribblies we're going to throw on it. He's going to be adding this and this.
You can technically use other things, but...
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you find in your bits box would be ideal,
And technically, if you find another tank other than this, you can use it as well.
Yeah, we like this one because...
It's the only one we found.
Actually, I saw another one. While you do that, we seem to be missing the main gun, or the secondary gun.
Yes, and I know where it is. But,
Where is it?
Probably in that room. I know what room it's in.
Okay, well, here you go with some super glue. Okay. You can show them what you're going to do. And
do I put it over? Do I put it on this?
Always, put it on the underside of that cap and then let it drip down.
Oh, so on the actual cap?
Yeah.
Okay, do I use this or?
Yeah. Just don't use a lot. You won't need a lot.
Yeah. Oh. That good?
Make sure it's over a little. Yeah, there you go. So it's not hanging off the edge.
Should I put super glue on the edges too?
If you want, just be careful that you don't get it back on your fingers.
I haven't got.
Everybody here knows how you don't like that.
Yes, I don't. Oh, that was surprisingly easy.
Tell me about it.
I feel like for that one you should have used bigger ones.
Yeah, but I didn't get them.
Okay.
Nice.
That was far.
I did.
How would it have this been?
Yeah, just like, no, the other way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That way you can put glue on the, show them that's an actual Lego we're
Yeah, I
using.
think it's actually a knockoff.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm pretty sure the pole goes straight through. Like, I'm pretty sure that the lines in here, like I'm pretty sure that you can still like put a rod through it, but I don't think it's this big. So I think it's actually a knockoff one that we found. But a regular one would have worked too. I think it was just the first one we saw.
The plastic, I noticed, is very soft. So what I'm doing here with the X-Acto knife.
I was using it as a drill.
Yeah, it's.
Remember, don't cut yourself.
Yeah, we already did it. Hey, nice.
That fit perfectly.
Yeah, old man got it right.
Close to perfectly.
And it will still rotate if we want to keep it that way.
I feel like we should, just so that we can change the position.
Now, one of the things we're going to do to disguise its origin is I've got this little plastic tube here, and I'm going to put it in the previous hole, just so we can raise the turret. After that, we will take some of this plastic and actually extend the turret's overall height. I'm also going to be using this. Make sure you get that good and straight. You don't want it to like...
Yeah, that's the main issue, because the thing in it is actually a round.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to take...
There's also...
Since I have to shave every day, I got some of these. I've used them before with the turbines video.
Okay, this is actually surprisingly difficult to keep in there.
No, it's definitely at an angle.
Yeah. So I didn't realize, but I got some on my hand.
That's always going to happen with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can...
Yeah, getting it in straight is actually...
Why don't you try to put these razor blade safety covers on? Because they just slide on. But I never throw these away because they're so useful in a lot of different applications, with especially sci-fi creations. But if you look, they just slide right on like they were.
But they do fall off, but
once you get the 3 of them on, then go ahead and glue them in place.
it's 3 per.
3 per side.
Should I put the glue in first, actually?
No, because you might want to adjust them. And this is sticking to my finger because apparently there's glue there.
How do I put it on?
Just like that, just...
Because they'll fall.
Okay, then tilt, when you put them on, tilt it.
That's the main issue, is that they fit almost perfectly, but they don't fit perfectly. Like, they don't actually fit perfectly. You probably need to hold it. Wow.
Yeah, then put the glue. I would go on the underside.
Yeah, but...
And glue it to the treads.
Yeah, but...
Don't be afraid to use a lot of glue on that particular aspect.
Yeah, I think it's better to glue it
on the top? Okay. I think we're looking at it pretty straight. Oh, and then I screwed it. Battle damage.
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Yeah, that's probably a really good idea. Put one on, add some glue, then slide it, because that glue is dripping down the side of the tank.
Yeah, I know, but... And I think it's actually...
Push it from the side, and you can push them all down into place. That's going to actually look pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think it's...
And we'll just do the one side for this video, just so that you don't get glue all over your fingers, and so that we can, sort of maintain some control over the whole process. And give it a minute or 2 to dry, and then I will put these together. This was actually his idea. I'm going to take these 2 Army Painter caps and glue them together.
They can technically be any other thing.
But they look pretty cool, and we're going to mount them on the back as a sort of storage container. Yeah, you'll see as we move along with this.
Okay. I'm pretty sure these are good now.
Okay, just
I don't think. Do I need to do them on the bottom?
I don't know. You tell me.
Wait, is this melting the plastic?
He wouldn't be surprised.
Yes. How do you know?
Just a guess.
Because here it looks like you can't see any details through it.
Maybe, but I really don't think it's going to do that.
Is it going to cause anything bad if it is?
No. Battle damage.
Melting?
Yeah, sure. It's been through the horrors of war.
Yes.
Where do you want to put the other that red piece? And do you want to trim that down before you put it on?
Well, first, it still fits here.
Okay.
I thought you were going to put the thing here, not there.
Okay.
So it works here, but it could also be somewhere
No,
else.
we've got plans for the back, remember?
Yes, I also had an idea to cut it in a different way to use the connection for that, but...
No, we've got these little bad boys that I think will work just
But
fine.
yeah, I'm just gonna put
You
it
see, we're going
first.
to mount these together like this and then slap it on the back as sort of a removable storage container, or maybe it's an extra fuel tank. Just the key point of this whole video is, in addition to having your bits box in good working order, constantly go through it, and you will find all kinds of cool things you can add to your project.
So I'm not sure.
One fell off, put it back.
Yeah.
Just put some right where the connection points. You don't need to slap too much glue on there. I would like to try to get the plastic clad on the sides of the treads before we finish up tonight, but okay, be careful, hold that in the middle because the glue is about to drip onto your thumb.
I think that.
Let me see. I'll just wipe it off with my finger. I don't mind if I get it on my thumb.
Oh, that's not. That's in the inside.
Oh, okay.
You're pushing it off.
Okay.
Did you glue this?
Yeah, I did, but now I need to glue it to the back portion.
Also, what I was just gonna say before I accidentally took it off. This red thing here
Oh yeah, that's
is
right.
actually from one of our very first crafts, or the craft of the giant skeletons. The guy with the axe, his things on his legs, were actually part of this weapon for this one action
Look how
figure.
nicely those fit in there.
Yeah, they do fit good.
So I'll slap that on the back. Or you want to slap that on the back? Well,
Which way do you want me to put it on? Like
Just-
at an angle? Or
no, perfectly flush with the.
Which
But
side?
the other, no, the other way. And just when you glue it, just try to get it nice and even.
Do I put it on this?
Yeah, just up at the top. Whoop, the top.
This is
Yeah,
the top?
That's the top. Whoop, that's a bit. And just make a line across. That's a lot.
It's a line.
Yeah, but let it tilt.
Like that?
Yeah, and then just slap it on the back there.
It doesn't touch. I'll end up. Why is it so? Why is the connection there so weak that I take it off by my hand?
Don't stress on that. Whoop, there we go. It's actually working pretty good. Okay, now it's stuck to my finger. So this is a super glue night, folks.
Yes, a lot of it.
And I think that's good.
Finally done. Yes.
And we're not going to actually glue this to the top here, but we are going to glue this. Let's take a look and see how it's going to look. And the reason for that is because we want to raise the... No, that's...
An issue.
Yeah, I'll just raise it a little more.
No, but if you want to cover the bottom,
Yeah, I'll just cover it so much so it can't maybe do
but
it
then it
360.
can't turn.
Yeah, that's right.
Then it won't. If you do it a certain way, it won't be able to turn at all. That's why I thought it would be better to put it where this thing is now.
Maybe I can just lower this a little bit more by cutting an indentation here.
Maybe.
But I will have to get a pen to draw that out, or maybe I can just scratch it. Yeah, I can do that.
Is this glued?
No, that is, but the
Oh, glued.
the brackets aren't quite ready yet.
Not ready. Is this thing done gluing?
It should be. Careful.
Is this how you wanted it?
Exactly.
Do I put the glue on the lids?
Yeah, but wait until we put the brackets on first, because we're gonna have to measure exactly where they're gonna fit.
Okay, what do I do during that time?
Did you want to put anything on the top
I just
of?
had an idea. That like that?
Actually, that does. Bravo, buddy.
And then it almost fell out.
It's okay. See,
Yes,
that's
it
one of
did.
the things about doing an improvisational project like this. You get to improvise, and that's one of the fun things I think about doing these crafts is coming up with stuff on the fly that maybe wasn't part of the original blueprint in your mind, and you get to do something different. And
Like that?
actually, I like that a lot. That's perfect. We can maybe add a little milliput to nicen up the edges.
I almost don't want to. I mean, it's a machine.
Yeah, it could just be battle gunk.
It doesn't even have to be. It could just be, I mean, it could just be a part of it. It doesn't. Not everything has to be smooth, clean edges with stuff like this.
And we're trying to stay in theme this month with Little Guy's idea of doing an entire sci-fi month, because we have
The only sci-fi stuff we've done at all is. I don't think that changes anything.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It changes nothing.
How about that?
That does change something.
Let's put the chart back on and take a look.
Now, not everything is going to be in the exact same theme of what type of sci-fi. When we get a bunch of ideas on one specific type of thing, then we'll do it that way. But right now, we didn't really have any specific ideas. Much like how, well, in reality, we haven't had anything like this that's just generic before.
Yeah, this may be limited to a 180 degree arc of fire when we're done instead
Yeah.
of 360.
But
in the meantime, let's go over and try those brackets out.
this?
Yeah, we'll get these out of the way. And I'll hold the tank.
Okay, you hold the tank.
No, I mean this tank.
It's not a tank.
Well, whatever this.
Oh, tank.
Okay, no.
How do I put
These
this
are
on?
going to go hopefully like this, but you need to hold them in place so we can measure and make sure it's actually going to work.
This?
Keep them both. See if it'll slide down in there.
Yes, it will.
Okay, then we know where to glue the brackets.
But it does push this onto the line. Put it back. Yeah, it will push. It has to push this out.
A little, so it won't fit in the brackets.
Actually, it will. But they're at an angle now.
Okay, well, you know what I can do is when we're done, I can file down the red contraption that we've made. But go ahead and put the brackets in.
Regular.
Just
But then it won't be even.
No, put them in even, and I'll file this down so that it fits in between those two brackets.
But then the lines at the end won't be even.
If I,
Unless you do a tiny amount on each side.
yeah.
But then how do you measure it?
Well, I file a little bit down and then see if it fits. Then
But how do you measure on the other? How do you measure doing them equally?
Oh, I'll do the same number of strokes with the file.
But what if you do them at a different? Like what if you do
Like a
them,
slight angle or something?
Yeah, or what if you do one a bit more rough or?
Yeah, do one at a time so you can hold it steady.
You hold it. Oh wow.
Yeah, get them in there. Or I could also always cut a groove in between this plastic here so that it fits.
True. So I did this one of them upside down.
Oh, take it out. That will not look right.
Yes, it won't.
That'll look kind of funny. And just give them steady pressure until you're done.
Okay.
All right, that looks good.
We're gonna do that side.
Let's let this dry for a second.
Okay.
Put it off to the side, and it's starting to look totally different than what we started with.
Yeah.
And Not sure if this is the piece I measured, or if I think this is the piece.
Also, we're going to cover the treads,
Yes.
similar to
Hold on, I want to glue this piece to cover that.
the hole when you painted it
Yeah, a long time ago actually, but that works.
temporarily.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna spray the whole thing this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we might want to put something else down,
Yeah,
but maybe not.
I just want to get it covered for, the short term. Super glue, Zach. I don't even know what that came from. It must be from the.
Yeah. No, it feels like it's been a while since we've done a craft like this.
Really?
Yeah. I
It's
don't
fun
know. What was the last craft we did? Well, with the ice cave, and that was a lot of.
Just gluing. Everything
Yeah.
was prefab.
And before that was the glue, the elemental lord, which was just.
Not like this. I think you're thinking of maybe the turbines or the biodomes. That's what this reminds me of.
Which was the very first craft we did.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago.
Yes. Well, I mean, technically,
Almost 7 months.
the skeletons were also similar, where we
Yeah.
cut stuff apart and
Yeah.
did stuff like that.
And it's just
Back
poppers.
when we did the old, back when we actually edited thumbnails manually.
Yes, yes.
That was a long time ago. I was thinking of doing this to this, but I forgot to mention it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut. If I cut that a little bit more into the other area, I'll be able to level this.
But right now, it doesn't work.
But it-
That's why I think you should have put it here where this one's. See? Because then you'll be able to spin 180 degrees.
You mean 360?
That's what I mean, yeah.
180 is half.
I know.
Were we gonna add this gun?
Yes, but I don't want to, just in case we manage to get a second one.
Okay. I don't know how, because I don't know what that came from.
This?
Yeah.
That's what I mean, I don't want to.
Okay. Oh, you mean a second tank?
Yes, a second tank.
Ah, yeah. We like we said earlier at the beginning of the video, we
We
really
might be able to go to one of the stores and find them, but we didn't find it.
we're gonna
at
take
the store
another
that it used
we're
to
gonna
be.
take another look this weekend, and hopefully
I mean, it wasn't in the store that we usually go to, which was also the store that we found it last, but it could be at one of the other ones that we haven't been to in a while.
yeah, I'm gonna have to actually cut some of that off more than just file, but I think that's gonna look pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that was his idea, so let's
I
put on.
almost don't really like this thing being there right now.
Yeah, you know what, we were looking at tanks, or at least I was a couple of days ago, and I saw something on a tank that looked like what we just did.
But it's kind of cool that.
Oh, not that. I meant the thing on the back.
Oh,
It-
I was talking about I don't really like this.
Yeah, well, we can trim that down.
Well, yeah, but what I'm talking about is because it,
Gets in the way.
yeah, it does.
If I either trim that,
Like, that's why I wanted to put it
if
here,
I either
because,
trim this down more with a different set of cutters,
well, we could technically cover this with, plastic
just like
and,
I did before.
drill into this,
Yeah,
which would take a while because this is stronger plastic,
yeah.
but it's still possible.
Let's see if we can get the cladding on the sides and say goodnight to everybody.
Yes.
And
Technically use the Final Faction one because that doesn't have any handles, but then it can't rotate. Oh, you mean that? There's also the other part of the protection, which was these bottle caps that I wanted to maybe put a circular thing on. Like put them here. Should I glue them on?
no, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Nah, it looks too much like a ball cap. You've got to be kidding.
It's the second video. Well, yeah. No. Why?
Because he's a dog. Let's see. Our canine is trying to sneak into the show again, and
And
we're not having that tonight.
it's the second episode of the month.
Yeah.
We We usually want like one a month.
If that.
Yeah, at the very max.
Okay, we're just gonna glue these 2 pieces in for tonight, because I need to remeasure and recut the other pieces, but we just wanna show the people how we're going to cover the treads with some armor plating. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Try to center these pieces.
You mean center them?
Well, just run a bead of glue right along the top, and that should hold them. Sit.
What is he doing?
He's being a dog who wants attention. Oh, that's a lot of glue, little man.
Okay.
Just be careful. Just use the nozzle as sort of like a pen and draw it back and forth.
No, what is he? That sound.
Okay, I think we're good.
Scratching a plastic jacket. I'm actually sure it's plastic. Does that help?
Yep.
Oh.
It forces the glue into the cracks,
Oh.
and it does help dry it a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn this around and pop this on and show people our minor creation. And
Is no
does
one
that
done?
change? Yes, but I think that changes the profile enough to disguise it from what it originally was.
Even if it was ever an actual thing.
Yeah, it could have been a completely made up tank.
I mean, there were a few.
Seeing how it was what it was, I think it was probably some sort of actual real life tank, but I didn't see anything. Maybe you guys can tell me what kind of tank it was.
Or if it
And
ever was anything.
maybe you can help us name this tank, because all tanks have a name.
Yes.
And we could, maybe take some comments from you guys. Tell us what you think we should call it. Something nice, be kind. And hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you guys Sunday when we paint the very first dragon of the month, which is going to be...
A dragon.
Okay, you want to keep it a surprise to them, see if they've been paying attention?
I think we've said it before.
Okay, cool. So...
It's the sci-fi themed dragon.
Oh, okay, you're going to leave it at that. So, say goodnight, sport. We will see you guys real soon. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. We love you guys. And
yes. Yeah. I guess that has been the Shadow and Sun show. Remember to, we said the Dragon of the Month is Sunday, like usual. There hasn't been any changes in the schedule. Most likely because nothing has happened. So, yeah, I guess, goodbye.
good night, everybody.
Good night.